Hello and welcome to Job Sports Reports, where today I will be answering some of the questions that you guys left on my last video. I'm going to go straight into it. Thank you so much for the questions. First question comes from Vanilla Gorilla, good mate of mine. He says, how is David Luiz so good? David Luiz has been absolutely brilliant over the last few seasons for Chelsea, especially since his move back from PSG. Remember his wonder goal against Liverpool last season. He's done very well, especially when they moved to that three at the back with the wing backs. I think he was a pivotal part in that defence. So to appease you, VG, David Luiz is very, very good. Very good. That probably won't be enough. Paddy Burke says, vacant Everton manager role, who should take over? Ronald Koeman was sacked, of course. I think one of two men should take up the job. That is Thomas Tuchel, the former Borussia Dortmund manager, and former Everton manager, of course, David Moyes. Out of the two, I would go for Tuchel because he has a bit more to prove. He's younger and he'll be wanting a challenge after his stint at Dortmund. If they want the safe option, I think they go with Moyes. He knows Everton. He knows, of course, Wayne Rooney. Okay relationship with Rooney, didn't he? Especially with the money they're spending, I think Everton needs a solid head at the back. Which they have with Ashley Williams and Michael Keane in there as well, Jordan Pickford. They have a good base, but no one to really lead them into the charge. And I do think that David Moyes or Thomas Tuchel could do that job. I think they'll go with Moyes. I want them to go with Tuchel just to experiment, but I do think that they'll go with David Moyes, Paddy. David Carroll, I'm not going to go too much of a rant on this. I may save it for another video. But he says FSG have to go, which I 100% agree with. They are sucking the life out of Liverpool Football Club. They're sucking the money out of Liverpool Football Club as well, putting all their money into the Boston Red Sox, which is absolutely ridiculous. They show no respect to Liverpool Football Club. Couldn't even be bothered to go to Anfield for the unveiling of the Kenny Dalglish stand. They couldn't be arsed. They couldn't be arsed, could they? See the photo of when Kenny Dalglish was in charge of Liverpool and winning the League Cup. They just blankly refused to shake his hand, which was ultimate sign of disrespect, in my opinion. They don't care about Liverpool; they just care about the money. It's proven. Anyone can blame Klopp for not sorting out the defence, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, I blame the owners. I blame the owners 100%. They do not care about this football club. It seems like Liverpool fans are starting to realise that it's not Klopp's fault. It is down to the owners. Klopp sets up a certain way. He doesn't have a plan B, which is very worrying for Liverpool. But it all comes down to the owners. It's proven under Hodgson, Grant, under Rodgers, and under Klopp now that they don't care what happens with Liverpool Football Club. They don't. They really, really don't. It's ridiculous. There has to be more from the Liverpool fans to try and get rid of them. Apparently, FSG rejected a £1.5 billion offer for the club, which is ridiculous. And you'd think they just take their money and run. And for the people who are saying they said Liverpool, did they hell? I was going to swear there, but no, they'd never save Liverpool Football Club. They saw an opportunity for an investment. They took it and they're sucking the life out of Liverpool as we stand. They're not a million miles away, Liverpool, but I do think under the right owners they do well. Just not these owners. I'm not going to go too much into a rant about that because that could take forever. But I may come back to that on another video. Crevin Harrington says, once Manchester City and Spurs play, who will win that match? If Spurs can manage to get a result against City as well as top their group in the Champions League, would you consider Spurs as being the top team in England and maybe the top 5 in the world? I'm not too sure about top 5 in the world. I think there are teams that are more advanced than Spurs at the moment. The likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Barcelona, PSG are getting there, Bayern Munich under the right management, probably there as well. Juventus, few Champions League finals for them over the last few years. I think Spurs are getting there. I do think they need a little bit of a better squad. Saying that, they've got a good attack and good defence, but it's like they don't have a very, very good second choice striker. And once Harry Kane gets injured, which we've seen against Manchester United, it all goes out the window for them. And they didn't have Harry Kane for the 3-2 League Cup defeat against West Ham as well. So in terms of the match, I think City would blow them away. I think it would be a 3-1 Manchester City win. I think City have blown many teams away this season. They have blown many teams away this season. Tottenham are up there. I think they'll finish third in the Premier League this season, Tottenham, just below the two Manchester clubs. I think the two Manchester clubs are very, very good this season. One question he also asked, which teams do you see getting relegated? For him, it's Palace, Stoke and Brighton. He wants to see more videos as well. Thank you so much, Krevin. This kind of ties into another question here from Scorpios9472, who runs a YouTube channel. So Scorpios9472, if you want to watch some very, very good gaming videos. I've subscribed to him myself. He's very good. He also asks, what do you think about the bottom of the table at the moment? I mean, it's fair to talk about the top 7 or whatever, but in recent games, and how are things been doing this season? What are your 3 particular clubs? So Palace, I think, will go down. They don't have enough quality in their squad. At the moment, I think Roy Hodgson just won't cut it. It's proven that Roy Hodgson is not good enough to be a manager at all. Brighton, I think, is a shout to go down. I think it's a little bit too early to suggest Brighton. I'm not 100% sure at the moment about the bottom 4, or the bottom 3, bottom 3. I think Swansea will struggle. If I'm going to predict 2 of the 3, I'm going to say Palace will go down and Swansea. I think Swansea put up a good fight against Arsenal, but I just don't think they have enough quality to last the 38 games, especially after losing Sigurdsson in the summer. And Llorente. I said Llorente wouldn't be good enough to be a second choice striker at Tottenham, but he is a good enough striker to help out Swansea. Out of the particular man, Wilfred Boney hasn't produced at all. Renato Sanchez seems to have been a bit of a flop. If I'm going to pick a couple of teams to go down, it's Palace and Swansea. Krevin said Stoke. I think Stoke will be alright. I don't see any danger in Stoke going down. And Brighton's a shout. Newcastle. I would have feared for Newcastle at the start of the season, but they've done very, very well under Rafa Benitez, and it looks like they're going to be taking over as well. So we could be seeing Newcastle maybe in the Europa League in the next few years, maybe in the Champions League if they get the right investment, get the right players. Rafa Benitez has been absolutely brilliant for them over the last year or so, taking them up from the Championship back to the Premier League and getting some very, very solid results as well. Scorpios also says, who do I think is going to be promoted from the Championship? I will be honest, I'm not much of a Championship watcher. I should be, because it seems to be one of the most entertaining leagues going around. I've seen the top half of the table. I'm just going to go off that because I don't know too much at the moment. I'm going to say Wolves, because I know they signed Ruben Neves in the summer from Porto. Very, very good sign. I don't know how they managed that. I'm going to say Sheffield United and Leeds. That's just going offhand. I probably will be doing more Championship videos as the time comes by, but at this moment in time, I'm going to say Sheffield United, I'm going to say Wolves, and I'm going to say Leeds to go up. And he says, based on their predictions so far, who will win the Premier League title? For me, Manchester City. They've been blowing everyone out of the water. I think they'll have too much quality for the likes of Manchester United, Tottenham and Chelsea, and that is my top 4 prediction as well. As it stands, it's going to be City, United, Tottenham and Chelsea. I think will finish in the top 4. So the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool, the way that they're going, I think both of those clubs will miss out on Champions League for the following season, which again ties in with FSG for Liverpool. But again, I'm not going to go too much into that at this moment in time. I want to thank everyone for their questions. Hopefully I'll be able to do more of these at some point. Until then, I will see you all very, very soon. This has been Job Sports Reports, and I will see you guys in the next video.